As the sun began to rise over Arizona, Janelle Brown's phone buzzed on the nightstand. She reached for it blindly, squinting into the harsh morning light. The name on the screen caused her to freeze. Kody. Her heart flipped. She considered not taking it for a fraction of a second, but suspicion and curiosity got the better of her. She let out a sigh and swiped to take it. Kody's voice was on the phone. Gruff, odd. Janelle. A man's voice that had run out of excuses. I need to talk to you. In person. Janelle sat up slowly. You always need something, she said under her breath. Okay, stop over, but don't take your time. She hung up before he could say more. 30 minutes after that, a beat-up SUV pulled up in front of her rental. Janelle was at the window, watching. She was pretty sure that vehicle, leased under the family's LLC, was going to get repossessed. The engine clattered like it was gasping for air. Hey everybody, welcome back to Reality Recap. Don't forget to like this video. Kody exited first. His beard was scraggly, hair a tangled mess, and his eyes puffy from crying or too many sleepless nights. Probably both. Instead of his usual tacky leather jacket, he wore loose-fitting pants and a wrinkled button-down shirt. Robyn stayed in the passenger seat, motionless. Her face was pale and expressionless. She did not even bother to walk him to the door. Kody knocked. Janelle answered. 5 minutes, she said coldly. He paced her living room like someone under a spell, his movements jerky and uncoordinated. Eventually, he collapsed onto the edge of the couch, like the weight of everything he'd been hiding had finally crushed him. We're broke, he blurted. Janelle didn't respond. Broke as can be. All the credit cards are maxed. We're months behind on the Flagstaff house. The warehouse lease is gone. Robyn tried to keep the jewelry business going on the web, but that didn't work out. Now the bank wants everything. Janelle crossed her arms tight. What do you need from me exactly? I need your help, he said. You've always been good with money. I'm sure you've got something set aside. Maybe you can, just for a little while, see us through the month. She stared at him incredulously. You want me to bail out you and Robyn? Her tone was bitter now. After you cut off giving me a dime, after you assisted in buying Coyote Pass with my 401k, and then barred me from every decision thereafter? Kody stepped forward. I didn't push you away. You gave Robyn everything, she cried, and left me with nothing. At that moment, the door creaked. Robyn entered without a knock. Her makeup was smudged, her skin pale and her brown hair lifeless. She clutched her phone to her chest as though it was the only thing keeping her together. Janelle, she began, we haven't come to fight. We're here because we're desperate. Now more than ever, we need unity. Janelle let out a bitter laugh. Unity? Only when you're drowning do you come crawling for unity. She took a step closer. Where was your unity when I couldn't even afford a bed frame for my apartment? When you turned a blind eye to Garrison when he needed you? You wouldn't recognize real sacrifice if it slapped you in the face. Robyn took a step closer. Don't mention Garrison. Why not? Janelle spat. Because it's messy? Because it reminds you of all the things you wish didn't exist? All of the rage she'd been choking on for years spilled out. You stood by while I got tossed aside. You benefited from Kody's breakdown and favoritism. And now? You come to me for help? You're years too late. Kody fell back onto the couch, covering his face with his hands as if his legs had given out. I don't even know who I am anymore, he muttered. I figured I could fix everything, but I can't. I lost the family. I lost control. We can't even get propane this month. Aurora's borrowing money. Solomon hasn't eaten right. I can't even look my children in the face. The room was quiet. Janelle walked over to the door, opened it quietly, and said softly, You need to leave. Kody looked up. What? You're not staying here. There's no money coming your way. You're not welcome, not anymore. She pointed to the driveway. And you, out too. Robyn, too proud to cry, simply turned and left without a word. She walked silently down the path. Kody remained in the doorway. You were always the strong one, he said quietly. I see that now. Janelle didn't flinch. And I lived through it because I never waited for you to get it. And she shut the door in his face. What followed was not silent. It was the kind of stillness that screamed the truths long evaded, but now could not be ignored. With her back against the door, Janelle collapsed to the ground and released the breath she hadn't realized she'd been holding. For the first time in weeks, the TLC cameras resumed filming. Janelle was calm in her confessional, hands folded in her lap, and spoke in a clear and calm tone. I thought Kody would save us, she told the camera. I believed in the unity, in the dream, in the sacrifice. I trusted it would mean something, but in the end, he only saved the one he cared about. She paused for a beat, and when it all fell apart, he stepped back, hoping I'd fix it. Her voice voice didn't falter. Firm, controlled. I'm done being his backup plan. Robyn sat beside a window, nervously chewing the skin around her thumb. Kody's hands were tight around the steering wheel, his knuckles deathly pale. She hates me, Robyn whispered. Kody didn't say anything. They had no other recourse. No savings, no solidarity, no sister wives to fall back on anymore. All that remained was the truth, and truth always comes with a price. Still trying to process the confrontation, Janelle was in her kitchen, quietly making herself a cup of tea. Then the doorbell rang. On the welcome mat lay a cream-colored envelope. Nobody was there when she opened the door. Her name was written in soft, elegant handwriting across the front. She turned it over. Christine. Janelle sat down and opened the letter with the respect of one who was handling something sacred. Janelle, I've heard rumors that Kody stopped by again, that he visited you for assistance, that he took Robyn with him, still hoping we'd save them like before. I'm not surprised, but that doesn't hurt any less. You've been the strong one, the sane one. Even when he turned you invisible, you were the glue holding it all together. I just had to say, I saw you. You matter to me, and the world knows now too. I've healing-wise moved on, but I've not forgotten. Not the pain, not how he let Robyn come in and rewrite the rules for all of us, and then used her as his escape clause from everything. We were family. Don't let guilt take you back into their fire. You deserve peace, Janelle. You've earned your freedom and your right to say no. I'm here if you need me anytime. Christine. Janelle's eyes welled up, not with sadness, but because finally she felt heard. She got it. Kody had already tried to come to her in Utah. Before Robyn talked him out of it, he'd tried to come to Christine too, but he came anyway. Christine stood in the warm, sunny doorway of her kitchen, arms crossed. She wouldn't let him in. Christine, Kody said, everything's collapsing. The family's collapsing. Christine was calm. Kody, you shattered it. You made those choices, and now you live with them. With them. His voice softened, became pleading. But you've found peace. You're supported. Maybe you could help us, just until the show's renewed? Christine laughed bitterly. The show? Kody, that's not your safety net anymore. TLC sees the truth now. So does the audience. She stepped closer, voice firm beneath the pressure. I rebuilt mine, brick by brick. Yours being ruined doesn't give you the right to slide back into mine. And then she shut the door. In Flagstaff, Kody paced the bare living room of the house he once promised Robyn he'd never leave. The furniture, and it was mostly sold, discreetly. Stacks of bills covered the counter. A foreclosure notice open on the dining room table. Robyn was on the couch, blanket wrapped around her, eyes closed. They've stopped answering me, she whispered. Not Janelle, not Christine. Even Mary closed me off after her book came out. Her voice trembled. I don't know what to do. I thought this was our purpose. Kody nodded slowly. It was, he muttered. They betrayed me. The whole family turned their back on me. You were supposed to hold it together. Robyn stood up, her hands trembling. You made me bear that burden, she breathed. Kody, I did not make you abandon your other wives. That was your choice. You deserted them. The silence that hung in the air afterward was oppressive, bitter, like thunder rumbling across the heaven. Maybe I do deserve all this, Kody breathed. Meanwhile, in Utah, Janelle and Christine were reconciling. 1 week later, Janelle packed her car and headed out to Utah. The moment she got on Christine's driveway, the two women hugged each other firmly, holding on to each other in complete silence. They let everything weigh less. Inside the house, the camera captured them sitting side by side, each holding a mug of tea, their laughter soft and natural, warmth surrounding them. Do you feel lighter? Christine asked with a gentle smile. Lighter than I have in years, Janelle replied. Then don't look back, Christine replied nonchalantly. In Los Angeles, an executive and a producer sat in a modern office, sifting through protests from viewers, viral clips of Kody's meltdowns, and tidal waves of outrage online. Kody's not fixable any longer. The narrative has changed. Viewers have chosen their heroes. Christine's spin-off is drawing big ratings, and Janelle's scenes are testing out of the stratosphere. Producer, Mary's memoir became viral before it even landed on the shelves. What do we do with Kody and Robyn then? Executive 1. Downsize them, stealthily. The wives are the show now. Resting on a coffee table in a media studio in Nashville was a galley copy of a book. The title shown under the lights. Left Behind, My Truth Beyond Sister Wives by Mary Brown. A sticky note highlighted a passage inside. Kody said after Robyn was the obedient wife, she did what she was told. I never forgot those words. It made sense. A producer on a daytime talk show flipped the page with eyes wide. She's not leaving anything out, she whispered. Janelle's voiceover as video footage scrolled. She and Christine on a walk on a bright day, grandkids running around. I waited years for him to finally notice me, Janelle said. But perhaps it wasn't that he saw me. Perhaps it was that I finally saw who I really am. And there was more. During her 27-year spiritual marriage to Kody Brown, Sister Wives star Christine Brown endured years of emotional abandonment. As one of 4 Wives, she typically felt invisible. But then Kody wed Robyn, and the pain intensified. His time and attention were further watered down. Christine craved intimacy, affection, something Kody rarely gave. Christine exploded in the season 19 tell-all special. She explained how their intimacy became mundane, how Robyn's presence dismantled the already strained relationship. Christine acknowledged that she struggled to keep it balanced in a system that was never equal. Kody could not meet her emotional demand. Reality pushed her out. Now, Christine is settled in a new life. She is well married to David Woolley, a man who shows respect and love to her as she always desired. At the tell-all, Christine came out and spoke openly to host Suki Krishnan about her relationship with Kody. She wasn't reluctant. The 6 kids' mom admitted that over time, their physical closeness decreased and emotional bond went out the window. She was aware that Kody had given his heart away to Robyn, not her. Christine explained in no uncertain terms, "We used each other. Their physical closeness was empty, hollow, and that emboldened her to walk away. But with David, it was different. It all moved at warp speed." She joined a dating website in January 2023. She had given her heart to David, an 8th husband of 8 of his own children, before Valentine's Day. Their romance intensified. They were engaged in April 2023, and on October 7, 2023, they were wed in a lovely ceremony aired in a Sister Wives wedding special on TLC. On the tell-all, TLC transitioned into a montage of David and Christine, sweet kisses, beaming smiles, and hugs. Christine had begged Kody for years for more love. She now finally had a spouse who gave her the wedded life she sought. While Christine's children all came to terms with David relatively easily, none of them were entirely comfortable with the public affection between the two of them. David looked over at Christine and commented after watching the clips, "Looks like you were starved for affection." David made his first appearance on Sister Wives during season 19 and had no problem showing Christine affection in public, kissing her frequently, even with the cameras present. During the tell-all, season 19 footage revealed Christine's children's reactions to the PDA. They ranged from laughter to mild awkwardness, and even embarrassment. Despite the embarrassing glances, Christine and David did not hesitate. Even though they've welcomed David and seen how happy their mother is, Christine's children at times struggle to see her be so loving. To her new husband, Isabel Brown, now 22, said, "My mom always needed more love from Dad. Now she can show love in any way she wants." With a husband who actually loves her, Christine has finally found the happiness and sweetness she always yearned for, and her kids are cheering for her in full force, as they can very well see how happy she is. "Touch her," Isabel said. Later on at the tell-all, host Suki Krishnan also showed Kody the same PDA highlight reel and asked for his response to Christine's new life with David. Surprisingly, Kody responded with something close to grace. "That's what she always wanted," he said. "I'm happy for her." Kody, who once declared that love should be multiplied, now seemed to reflect on how things had actually fallen apart. "I'm kind of impressed," he admitted. "She manifested what she needed. But that love, the kind that Christine finally found, was also the very thing that tore the Brown family apart." As Kody confessed in Sister Wives season 19, "You can't have overwhelming, annoying, all-encompassing, can't live without you love if you want polygamy to last." On the June 18th broadcast, the 56-year-old declared simply, "Plural marriage doesn't work when real love comes into it." He also admitted something long suspected, that his love for Robyn had been different from the start. Robyn, a divorced mother of 3, joined the family 20 years after Kody had married Mary, Janelle, and Christine, and he fell hard for her. "I was journaling," Kody said, looking back. "I remember writing, 'God, what's happening? I'm already married to 3 women, and now I've fallen in love again.'" By late 2021, Robyn was the only remaining wife. Christine, Janelle, and finally Mary had all left. When everything fell apart, Robyn mourned the destruction of her fantasy, a big, intact, plural family. Kody resisted. All of his ex-wives tried to identify the source of the breakdown, but the genesis of the family's fragmentation went back decades. Greed was attributed by Christine to Mary. Janelle wasn't shy about sharing her opinion either, labeling Kody inherently selfish and even a narcissist. "I'm not a psychologist, but I don't think anyone can deny it," Janelle went on. Mary discussed feeling abandoned. "He left me ages ago," she said. "I fell in love with him when I was 19, and I kept believing in him, especially when he told me Flagstaff would be a fresh start for us. That was 2000. 2018. What stung the most, she said, was that he did not tell her the truth. He never told me what he really wanted. He just spun stories. Kody later admitted there may have been mixed messages, but insisted that he was still trying to figure things out at the time. I wouldn't date her now, he added bluntly. When Meri finally ended things for good in early 2023, her friends were overjoyed. They told me, "We're behind you. We've got you," Meri said. Now, with the blinders off, Meri recognizes what was really happening all along. He didn't want to be the bad guy. He wanted me to leave him. That way he could tell himself that he hadn't left me. And it's about damn time, she said. In the season premiere, Kody finally admitted he was ready to abandon the dream. Years after the family purchased the 14-acre property in Flagstaff, Arizona, where they initially planned to build their forever homes. But with the entire $820,000 price tag still hanging over their heads, which the family is said to have paid off in 2023, Kody informed Robyn Brown, his one wife, "I'd almost rather ditch it entirely, sell it off, and just start fresh somewhere else." Robyn didn't want to talk about it. "I can't go there," she replied. "That's just not where my head's at." Janelle Brown, his second wife, had also previously told the media that they had sort of drifted apart over time. But when it actually came down to it, her final reason for leaving was a little more intimate: Kody's lack of success as a father. The mother of 6, Logan, Madison, Maddie, Brown Brush, Hunter, Garrison, Gabriel, and Savannah, explained, "The final straw for me was when he let his relationship with my children fall apart, and he just didn't seem to want to do anything to save it." She went on, "That was the one thing keeping me in this marriage. Once I realized he wasn't going to battle for them, I was done." Even when Kody tried to bring up the idea of reconciliation in the November 3rd episode, Janelle shut it down immediately. "I'm always going to choose my kid," she said firmly. "I don't even know how I'd be with him again if he refuses to have a relationship with them." This was Kody's excuse, the one he leaned on to justify not working harder to repair his fractured family. "I don't feel like I'm in the family anymore," he griped on the September 15th episode. Kody and Robyn also still share 5 children together: Dayton, Aurora, Brianna, Solomon, and Ariella. "As for the others," Kody continued, "I have some connection, but it's patchy, uncommon. It's difficult to figure out where I fit in now. This doesn't feel like a family anymore." Even Robyn agreed in the season 19 premiere, "We're in the worst spot we've ever been in our marriage." And that's following their stint at going monogamous, something they'd never done before for 14 years. "It's been hard between us," she confessed. "He doesn't know who to blame. Himself? One of the other wives? He's feeling rejected by everyone. And I think he's looking at me, wondering if I'll leave him too." Robyn went on to describe the worst of it is that there's no guidebook to this. There's no instruction manual on how to be married to someone who's getting divorced. Divorce, divorce, she said. "And because of that, that's why I'm always on edge. I feel like I'm always having to keep him from tearing us down in the process." Kody confessed as much himself. "I don't even feel like saying in the mirror, 'Hey man, I love you.'" He was in the midst of a full-blown identity crisis. Watching her former sister wives thrive in their new worlds was a blow to Robyn's ego. "They're all moving on," she announced on the October 27th episode. "I feel like the idiot who got left behind." Toss Madison, Janelle's oldest daughter, onto the list of estranged children. Janelle admitted on the premiere, "I know Maddie hasn't talked to her dad. She hasn't called him and he hasn't called her. She doesn't have anything to do with Robyn either. She's totally cut them both out." The problem, Janelle explained, isn't just with Maddie, but with her kids too: Axel, Evangeline, and Josephine. "She doesn't want anything to do with him unless he can demonstrate that he's committed," Janelle said. That's when, in the September 22nd episode, she explained how things began to unravel for Kody and Maddie's family. "When the family truly started falling apart," Janelle said, "Kody basically stopped talking to Maddie and her husband, Caleb, who interestingly enough is Kody's brother's brother-in-law. Maddie is mama bear mode full on now," she added. She says unless Kody can come on reliably, without the drama, it's better that the kids never meet him. Robyn said she's been getting Kody to call and apologize, but she also said, "I think the kids should be making an effort too." For now, Kody still seems reluctant to repair the family rift. He complained that when he talked to one of his daughters, it was like she was just looking for gossip, and I got tired of it. He repeated his old mantra, "Love should be multiplied, not divided." However, Kody admitted that some of the things that he said in the past, especially about never loving his ex-wives, were said when he was hurting. In the June 15th one-on-one special, he explained, "It was more of a knee-jerk reaction. I've been steeped in reactionary bitterness for the past 3 years. That bitterness, he claimed, is what led him to tell Mary during their anniversary celebration that he had never truly loved her. In a September 2024 episode, Mary opened up to a friend about that moment. She said she used to believe, without doubt, that Kody loved her. In a confessional, Leon Brown's mother, Mary, asked a heart-wrenching question. If he didn't love me, then why did he propose to me? When a single man meets a single woman, why choose her? Only to go on to make yourself for 32 years feel something that's not there. That's cruelty. In his own interview, Kody shot back dismissively, "Oh, now Mary's making her little accusations." But he didn't entirely deny the breakdown. "Our honeymoon? We never even liked it," he said to us on the October 20th episode. This marriage was destined to fail from the beginning. He elaborated on why he felt that way by comparing his relationship with Mary to his other relationships. "I felt a stronger connection with Janelle, with Christine, and certainly with Robyn. And yet, he stayed. Not for love, for fear." He used to write, "Leadership won't let you remarry if you're considered a wife disposer." As far away as Coyote Pass, the dreaded Arizona land, Janelle thought the first step was to pay it off at last, but she admitted she wasn't sure if she even wanted to build on it anymore, or just sell it altogether. During the September 22nd episode, Janelle confessed to Christine, "I think I'm going to have to lawyer up. Kody won't talk about it with me, and honestly, I don't know of another way of getting answers." And she knew her hands were tied. "Without a legal marriage to Kody, I don't really have any rights," she said. "It's not like I can just call a lawyer and say I need a divorce. It's way more complicated. There is no legal marriage." Meanwhile, Kody said he no longer trusted Janelle, which is why he hadn't kept her in the loop regarding the property. "We'll pay it off when the time's right," he said in his September 22nd confessional. "But I'm done sharing details. I'm tired of things I say being utilized as gossip among this dysfunctional family." To which Janelle responded with her own confession. "That's the pot calling the kettle black. Kody's a sieve. He's told me things about his other relationships, about his other wives, things I know he had no business telling me." There was a time when the Brown family pooled all of their money together, one large pot, one shared goal. Janelle recalled, "If one of us needed help, we'd all contribute. That's how it worked. We rallied around each other." But that unity faded about a decade ago. Now it's become about my estate and your estate. For example, the family pitched in to help Robyn purchase her $1.65 million 5-bedroom home in Arizona when she needed a place to live. That home went up for sale in August. According to Robyn, the home was meant to serve the entire family's future. But when Janelle suggested they all co-sign the mortgage to share ownership, she was shut down. Kody was like, No, we must protect Robyn's estate," Janelle cautioned. "What do you think of this ongoing saga? Do you believe there is still hope of healing, or is this family beyond repair? Let us know down in the comments. And be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest Sister Wives news, drama, and exclusive updates right here on Reality Recap. Thanks for watching.